Hello and a very warm welcome to this special as we look back on all the action from day 3 of the Johannesburg test that is going on between India and South Africa. And what an absolutely brilliant action-packed day it has been for both the teams. You've seen fortunes turn from India towards South Africa, and now South Africa need 122 runs for a series leveling victory. For India, they require 8 wickets. So lots to look forward to. It has been now built up as the perfect 4th day for what we're hoping will be a brilliant climax. But Abhishek Paul is here with me to look back on day's play. Abhishek, before this day began, we spoke of how this was going to be a very important day, and rightfully we saw so much happen through the day, be it the way first Ajinkya Rahane and Pujara batted, then the way Cheteshwar Pujara bowled, and now India also looking good with the pitch exploding, whereas South Africa is showing the defiance, Dean Elgar playing a captain's knock, all wonderfully set up the 4th day, isn't that so?
Right. Logic says that South Africa must take the match from here on. 122 runs to win, 8 wickets in hand. But history suggests that the last time these two teams played in 2018, it was quite eerily similar. India gave South Africa 241-run target, and then South Africa were all out for 177. So, logic versus history. It's a brilliant day coming up tomorrow.
It is a brilliant day coming up, but let's also talk about the two players who were under tremendous amount of pressure before we go any further. That was Ajinkya Rahane and Cheteshwar Pujara. We spoke of how they've not been consistent, Abhishek, but today was this opportunity which they both grabbed. Just started off from where they left off yesterday, and the word lack of intent gets used. The phrase, in fact, gets used for Cheteshwar Pujara quite often these days. But today he showed the intent, and those 250s from both Ajinkya Rahane and Cheteshwar Pujara would give them some breathing space. This is like a lifeline of sorts for them. So that's good.
Yeah, definitely. Pujara, he scored a half century of just 62 balls, and Rahane hit a half century of 67 balls. What more can you ask from them? They hit a 111-run stand, and had it not been for some exceptional bowling by Cheteshwar Pujara just a few overs ahead of the lunch session, India were brilliantly placed, and it was all due to these two veterans. And I think after today's performance, they would have shut up most of their detractors, and they are going to get that long rope. After this series, after this match, this innings, both half-century scorers, so good for them.
That's right. And as we said, the batting is also not easy here. We've seen some of, there's uneven bounce. Now the pitch is almost exploding. The way Ashwin is bowling on this pitch, you can expect some wickets from him on the 4th day. So for all those people who will be asking the question, again, they got 50s, but why couldn't they get to a bigger score? What do you say to them?
Well, see, we have to appreciate the brilliance of Cheteshwar Pujara there, right? The pitch, for a 3rd day pitch, it was already doing. It was leaving the batters, fumbled. They were fumbling all around. The one that got Rahane, it was outgoing delivery, and then the delivery which got, I think Pujara, it nipped back in. So the pitch was doing it bits. Pant, of course, it was a foolish shot. He danced down the track, but I think it was all due to the bowling brilliance of Cheteshwar Pujara. In 3 successive overs, he practically dismantled the entire Indian middle order. And had it not been for some rear guard by Hanuma Vihari and cameo by Shardul Thakur and Jasprit Bumrah and even Mohammad Siraj, India wouldn't have even given South Africa 240-run target. So a brilliant effort there by the lower order. But I think it was mainly due to the bowling brilliance of Cheteshwar Pujara.
Okay, yes, bowling brilliance of Cheteshwar Pujara, but what about the brain fade of Rishabh Pant? Now, I know that this will get asked every time he does this and the shot goes for a 6. We'll say the maverick Rishabh Pant, right? And the moment he gets out. Now, my thing is, look at where you are, the situation in the match. How does one
Right.
justify that shot by Rishabh Pant?
I mean, he had no business, coming down the track against Kagiso Rabada. I mean, that man has got your two set batters in successive overs, and then you dance down the track. And I mean, you are not playing a T20 match, right? I mean, he has got enough experience now under his belt to not play those kind of shots. And I was going through his, batting innings list, since the England tour in September, I think starting from June. I think in last 13 innings, he has been out for single digit scores 6 occasions. Obviously his supporters will say that, well, he's once in a lifetime talent and all those things. But talent won't let you survive in the international stage. And it's high time that Rishabh Pant shows more maturity consistently.
That's right, because I mean, this is a conversation that I think the team management, Rahul Dravid, would need to have with him.
Right.
Because
right.
You have to come, the conditions there. You've just seen, like you said, 2 of your set batsmen have gotten out by Kagiso Rabada, who seems to be in this brilliant rhythm. And you have the whole day to just play. It's not like you want to up the tempo. Why would you then go for that shot? And so shot selection and really going by the match situation is something that Rahul Dravid is possibly going to be talking to Rishabh Pant about. But if there's one player who's had a dream test match, it's Shardul Thakur. Abhishek, he can't seem to put a foot wrong. I mean, you can even get him to keep wickets, and I think he'll do a brilliant job here. He's just doing everything right. You just give him the ball, he'll bowl like the way he's bowled. He's already got 7 wickets in the first innings. Again, got 1 wicket today against the South African second batsman. And on top of that, some of those shots while he was batting, I mean, Beefy would be proud.
Right. I mean, 5 fours and 1 6. He hit a 24 ball 28. I mean, I think this test match truly belongs to him. I think if he can do this consistently, I think he will be the officially demarcated as the all-rounder. He can easily take Hardik Pandya's place. I mean, he has that wicket-taking ability. Even in the second innings, when everybody was struggling, he took Aiden Markram's wicket and gave India a breakthrough, the first breakthrough. So I mean, it was brilliant. I mean,
in fact, to a good start. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like that partnership by Shardul Thakur and Hanuma Vihari, and it was a 41-run stand for the 7th wicket. So that actually ensured, that India reach at least 200-run margin, 200-run lead. And of course, for the 9th wicket also, Vihari did really well. He put on a 17-run stand. And for the 10th wicket with Mohammad Siraj, he put on a 21-run stand. So those were really crucial stands. Obviously now standing now, after the brilliant innings by Dean Elgar, Indian bowlers need to do well, but we need to appreciate Shardul Thakur's batting as well as Hanuma Vihari's.
Hanuma Vihari now, Virat Kohli comes in the next match and Hanuma Vihari goes out. And this is just so tragic. It's just so sad that India would have been 40 runs short, and had it not been Hanuma Vihari along with Shardul Thakur, like you mentioned, that India would have gotten out for under 200. So right now, subtract 122 minus 40, and South Africa would be on the cusp of a great series leveling win. But it is because of Hanuma Vihari and the 40 that he scored that is, that is giving the hope to the Indian bowlers. But he goes out in the next match.
I think that's the tragedy of being Hanuma Vihari, right? I mean, in Sydney he did so well, and he got out. He was injured. He missed the next match, and then he was not even part of the series against New Zealand. Here he gets a chance, does his job, but then again in the same match, the 2 players who he might have replaced, they also perform, score better runs than him, and then logically he is the one who will face the axe in the next match. So I mean there's not much that he can do about it, right? I mean, unless somebody from this batting lineup is injured, uh, I mean, it will be a really unfortunate thing, but he is going to get dropped.
Yes, and also towards the last half in the third session, you saw Mayank Agarwal, struggling with his knee. So hopefully he's okay. Otherwise, that's another thing that India will worry about, given that Mayank Agarwal, along with KL Rahul, they're the ones who've given India a good start, especially in the first game.
True.
But now, what can one expect from day 4? Like we said, nicely poised, 122 for South Africa. It's a very clean-cut thing, 122 for South Africa to win. India need 8 wickets, and India would be fancying their chances given how the pitch was behaving today. And Ravichandran Ashwin seemed like taking a wicket every delivery. That first session again, just going to be so crucial for India.
Right. I mean, you could see that, the ball was just spitting up. Dean Elgar, was batting through pain. He was hit on his finger, on his elbow, on the side, on his side face. That odd bounce. Sometimes Shardul Thakur's bowling, I think it was the second last over of the day. From the same spot, he hit the side face of, I think, Keegan Peterson. And from the same spot, the next ball stayed low. So it's going to be really challenging. I think it all depends on how Dean Elgar performs, right? I mean, he was involved in 240-run stand with Keegan Peterson and Aiden Markram. I think his role will be really crucial tomorrow, but I still feel South Africa are ahead.
You still feel South Africa are ahead? Wow. I would think that India, at this point, I mean, I think it's difficult to choose. But given that Indian bowlers have been so good in this series, I would think, because it's just really a matter of 1 or 2 wickets, and then the collapse starts. So, you're just waiting for those 1 or 2 wickets, and then things will change. But we've got to give credit to South Africa as well, under the pressure after having lost the first test match. Quinton de Kock retires, chatter about how their bowlers were not bowling as well, batsmen not doing the job, just having come into this test match, and the way Dean Elgar's batted, or for that matter, Temba Bavuma and Keegan Peterson as well. Just impressive performance from South Africa, isn't that so?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, these senior players, of course. I mean, Dean Elgar is the captain, and you see juniors like Keegan Peterson, Kyle Verreynne. He was inducted into the team only because Quinton de Kock announced a sudden retirement. So full credit to them. That's why I'm putting South Africa a little bit ahead, because this South African side looks so much different from the first test, right? I mean, they're fighting for each run, and they're scoring. The start that Aiden Markram and Dean Elgar provided today, you could see. I think they took a cue from how Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane batted. They thought that offense is the best defense for us, and they went for runs, and they scored quickly, and 122 runs, they can easily take their time. The first hour will be crucial. The last match that these two teams played, Mohammad Shami took 5 wickets in the second innings. For the Indian fans would hope that he will repeat that performance tomorrow also, and India get Indian wickets in heaps.
That's right. So, it is, like I said, it is going to be a thrilling day. Lots to look forward to. Day 4, everything can happen. Everything. Result is possible here. So yes, that's it from us. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for joining us. Do keep following News9 Digital for all the latest from the world of sports. From cricket, we'll get you all the latest from the Johannesburg test as well. But that's it. Stay safe. Bye.